In, what was that, 2022,
Wow.
I was on the Food Network, the Spring Baking Championship, the Easter edition. And it was 8 episodes. Quite honestly, a casting agent slid in our DM. So I told my husband, I was like, babe, I think I'm gonna throw the competition so I can come back. Cause you know, people pay me for stuff, I gotta do it. He was like, you gonna what? He was like, oh, he said, no, don't worry about it. I'm gonna get it together. Once he called me and he told me that she was there, they had it covered, I started winning the competition and I won. It don't matter whose name is on the front.
Us.
It don't matter whose face is in the video. Just like, are we progressing in the direction that we're trying to go? And as long as that's what's happening, we're both winning. Like, what are you willing to give up to get what you want? That was chaos.
That gotta be.
And I had a newborn baby because we signed the lease when I was 9 months pregnant.
Yeah.
Girl, it was a very crazy time. We always say there's no plan B. We got plan A, and we gonna make plan A work. And that's it.
Hey, welcome to Tasha Talks Life, formerly Sis Stop Sulking Podcast. I am your host, Miss Tasha Talks Life. Welcome, welcome. If you are new here, I'm excited to have you. If you've been rocking with me from the beginning, welcome back. And today, this is my friend, y'all, the dope Sydney, aka Sydney Sweets. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Tasha.
Oh my God. I've been long time.
I know, I'm about to say, we've been planning this like forever, but we here.
Yes.
We're gonna chop it up.
I'm excited for this conversation. So tell them who you are and what you do.
Got you. All right. So like you said, I'm Sydney from Sydney Sweets. I have a custom cake shop and retail bakery located in West Hempstead. I own it with my husband. That's a whole topic right there.
Yes, it is.
So we've had the bakery open now for 12 years.
Wow.
Before that, we were doing it out of our house for like 5 years. Before that, we were doing it out of my mom's house for as long as I was there. So we've been doing these cakes for a very long time. And I'm happy that the bakery has thrived as long as it has. And we're still working on it. We're still improving it. It's our little baby. So
yeah, I love that. So I'm hearing you've been married and had a bakery since you was 5.
Right. Of course.
No, but yeah. So I remember, let me see. Oh God, we've known each other for a long time now. And I think I'm trying to think if the first cake I got was Amadi's 25th, or
it might have been.
Was it the Sweet 16 shoe with the bag? Aisha's, my niece.
I can't remember, girl.
That was a long time. Because you've been doing this for a long time
ago.
All right, I think you missed something. You was on a cooking show.
Oh, yes. You know, it's funny. People always have to remind me of that. And that should be like my headline, right? So, yes, in, what was that, 2022, I was on the Food Network, the Spring Baking Championship, the Easter edition. And it was 8 episodes, and I won. Yeah. So that was awesome. Right.
She's so humble.
Right. It was
dope.
great. And that was like a really great experience. It was kind of crazy because it was during COVID. So like they had us like on lockdown. They were watching us, making sure we weren't leaving the property.
Oh, wow.
It was crazy, but I really enjoyed that experience. Being on that type of TV show, it's like chaotic because they just show me, but there's like 50 people around me. Yeah. It's hot, it's crazy, and so
wow.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it.
So, all right, so let's back up. What made you get into, like, sign up, or how does that work, the process to get onto?
Quite honestly, a casting agent slid in our DM. She DM'd, and my husband saw it, and we get them occasionally, but usually they film in California.
Okay. Most
of the food shows are all in California. And this one was in Long Island City. And he was like, babe, I think this could work, because we have the bakery. So if I leave for 2 weeks, we pretty much have to be closed.
Yeah.
Especially at that point in time.
Right.
With the staff that I had then, we would have to be closed. So right in Long Island City, I was like, I could bounce back and forth if I need to. Like, I can make it work. So we just say yes. And then, they put you through the casting interviews, and all of it was on Zoom because, it was COVID.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, the first time that I went and met everybody in person was when it was time to get rolling. It was time to film.
Wow. That is so, because okay, me and my kids watch. Is this cake or something?
Oh yeah,
like
that's a
that?
good one.
We watched that. Oh, they put me on to it. So you can say like that one, that one, that. So just to see how they're like moving and how they got this couple of hours. So was it like the same thing?
It is. It is. So you have like a little bit of insight into what you're about to do, but not a lot.
Yeah.
So say the show is an hour, but you're filming the show for the entire day.
Okay.
So every show is one day.
Wow.
Yeah. So
day.
it was very
On
long
your
days.
feet.
On your feet, working. They would have the call time at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes we didn't get back to the hotel till like 1:30.
Oh wow. Girl, and still got to show up the next day.
Got to show up and perform,
yes.
like, you know, and you want to win.
God. So. Yes, that's dope though.
Yeah,
you can't forget that, because I remember when I think Jan had posted it or something. I was like, what? So then I go down the rabbit hole. Yeah. I was like, yes, I know. No.
It was so good.
That's awesome.
Just like a side note, when I was filming that show, at first when I got there, like we had a lot of work at the bakery. I was like, well, you know, I need to get this stuff done. I don't know how I'm going to balance doing these two things.
Right.
And because it was COVID still, I think we filmed in 21. I didn't have like a really robust team. So I told my husband, I was like, babe, I think I'm going to throw the competition so I could come back. Because, you know, people pay me for stuff. I got to do it. He was like, you going to what? He was like, he said, no, don't worry about it. I'm going to get it together. Yes. And he got it together. We had an intern who has her own bakery now in Brooklyn.
Oh, wow.
Love her.
Yes.
Sweets by G. But
okay, nice.
She has her own place in Brooklyn now, but she interned with us before the pandemic. He called her and told her what was going on, and she pulled up to our bakery.
I love that.
And helped fill in the gaps while I was filming this show.
So...
Once he called me and he told me that she was there, they had it covered, I started winning the competition.
And you like, because your mindset, you was there.
It was like my mind freed up.
Yes.
Before that, I would come home every day. He'd be like, how you do? He'd be like, I think I did all right. I still ain't win, because they would have a winner every night. Yes. After that day, I was like,
that's dope. Yeah. I love that. And you know what I love? And because when I watch you guys, and I know you, right? But like, when you're doing the cakes and things like that, he seems to be the face. Like he does it just works. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, I just love that. And then even with him, just like, what's up? Where you go? What you doing as far as coming? You know, I just love that teamwork, because that is, people don't understand. And I know you joked and said that's a whole episode in itself, but it's important to have that. You know, and I know there's times when you got to know when to pull and push and things like that. But obviously the longevity shows, you know what I'm saying, that's what you need. And I think a lot of people can be like, oh, you know, it's Sydney's, your name is on it, but it's us. And then now it becomes this competition and things like that. But when you understand the mission and you understand,
that's,
you know what
that's
I'm
really what it is. Like Jermaine and I, we have a shared vision, a shared goal. Like we working for the same thing. It don't matter whose name is on the front.
Us.
It don't matter whose face is in the video. Just like, are we progressing in the direction that we're trying to go? And as long as that's what's happening, we're both winning and we're both happy.
100%. And I love that. So I love that. So I just want to say that.
Thank you.
And so my question, when I think about the cakes, I teeter between indulging, because it's so good, and staying on my diet plan.
Girl, okay.
So, as the baker yourself, how challenging, or what is your, like, do you have an indulging day, or do you taste it so you don't have to eat? Like, how does that work for you?
Listen,
I would be eating everything.
It's been a long challenge that I feel like just in the last 2 years, I finally figured out how to be where I want to be with it. Okay. I had to get to a point where I was like, girl, you know what everything tastes like. It tastes the same way it tastes the last time you made it. You do not have to try it. Right? But even more than that, I had to really get clear with myself with what type of goals I had just for myself personally, right? I always would say, oh, I want to be healthy. I want to lose weight. I want to do this. I want to do that. But I wasn't doing it. Yeah. And you have to have a moment like, girl, do you really want to do that? Like, you just have to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
And I got to that point. I found something that was working for me, and I just really committed to it. And after going really hard for half a year, I feel like my mind shift just changed. It was like, I don't have to eat it. Yeah. I can, but do I really want to? Yeah. Is it worth throwing away the
Yes.
hours I put in the gym this week. And it was like bigger than the bakery. It was more like just a shift in mindset. Like, what are you willing to give up to get what you want?
And that's the bottom line.
Right. It was like, do you like eating dessert more than you like fitting into your
Right,
clothes?
right.
Like, what
And
you want to
looking good
do?
and feeling good. No,
Exactly.
I get that. I love that. And I think the more, like you said, the more so it starts off being just a disciplined practice, a constant practice. And one thing I tell like women that I coach, I call it the day-to-day method. Today I'm not gonna have, my thing is candy,
Right.
sweets. I have a big sweet tooth. I love those that say that's not their that's not their problem. Because I'm like, well, what else is there?
Right.
So my thing is the sweets. And so today I'm not gonna have, like, this is the holiday season when it's like that. Today I'm not gonna have no cookies. Today comes, the next day comes, today I'm not gonna. So it's a day to day. Instead of saying I'm not gonna have any candy or cookies for 7 days, I'm not gonna have for 30 days. That's like unrealistic when you've been having it every day prior. So when you say that, to me it just seems like, what do I want more? What's more important? Like bread right now, I don't have to have it. Hawaiian roll, you hate to see me coming,
right?
The Hawaiian rolls had me in a chokehold.
Yeah, girl.
To where I had to stop bringing them in the house. But now I can let my kids indulge.
Right.
And I'm not tempted by it.
It's like you have to show yourself that you can do it. And once you do it once and you know that you can, like when you feel yourself slipping, you're like, all right, you know what? I know what to do. I can do it. I did it before. Let's tap back in.
Yeah. Just like the bread doesn't even I go to the events and stuff like that. And they have the nice butter rolls and they look like, oh, I know what that tastes like. Right?
Like I had it already.
I already know I want to look good in my outfit. Right? So I love that. That's so cool. So, all right. So you started at your mom's, you started in your place, then you have the space. You won the network show. That was dope. I'm so proud. What's next for Sydney Sweets?
So for Sydney Sweets, we definitely want to move our location.
Okay.
It's something that we've been thinking about for over a year now, like quite some time. We want to find a location that's just a higher traffic neighborhood.
Okay.
Like when I tell you you've been to where we are, there's like no traffic there. Okay. So I feel pretty confident. I'm like, if we can make it here, we can literally make it anywhere.
Yeah.
So we want to move and we want to kind of change the concept, like expand upon it a bit. Like make it more like a coffee shop and have like a cocktails.
Yeah, that's dope.
So we want to expand upon what we offer. And I really think like the only thing that's kind of holding us back from taking the leap and doing it is just trying to wrap our heads around almost like starting, not from the beginning, but starting from that really difficult point again. Yeah. Because whenever you start something, it's so much work. Yes. And we're kind of like coasting, like we're in a groove, we're coasting. I'm like, dang, we want to like get in that grind again. Because, like I said, I have a son and I'm really trying to be more focused on being there for what he needs too. Right?
It's a very important age right
It's important. Yeah. So it's a balance. We're going to do it.
Yeah.
We just got to finish wrapping our head around it and just make it happen.
And the next level is always going to be a stretch.
Exactly.
And that's like
exactly.
And it's always going to be uncomfortable. And so, it just is part of it.
We got used to being very comfortable and now we got to, we got to grind it out a little bit. So
I love that. I love that though. I definitely could see the coffee shop and then I could come there for that at least.
So we have something for y'all that's trying to stay good on y'all diet. Y'all can come have some coffee, some tea.
And so what is your favorite? Is it like the cakes and the cupcakes or is it the wedding cakes? Like what is your favorite?
My favorite to do. So I really enjoy like kind of two sides of it. I like when I get to make up a brand new flavor. Like, so you mentioned this year we were doing a cake and cocktail flavors, like two of my favorite things. But I enjoy that because it was like always something new, something I've never done before, a new flavor I can create. I enjoy that.
And you did the ice cream things, and I didn't get to catch those.
What's so funny is that was my son's idea.
Really? Oh, see, look at that. Look at that.
He said it like 2 years in a row before we actually did it.
Wow.
He was eating some banana pudding. He was like, Mommy, you should put this in the freezer and make it like a pop. Maybe dip it in chocolate or something. And he was little then because I said this was like 2 years ago.
Right.
And I was like, okay, maybe. And then every year he'd be like, you didn't do it. You didn't do it. Finally we did it and it was a hit. He was like,
see? And I can see him saying
what I
that.
say.
I can see
That
him
was
saying
him.
that. But they be knowing.
He knew he had a good idea.
I was like, I got to get out there for that. I got to get out there for that. And that didn't make it over the summer. But
They gonna be here every summer now.
That's
So
dope.
yeah, we
Yeah.
did it the first summer. Then this summer we added more flavors. So
that's cool.
yeah, it worked out well.
And so you said you like it's two sides to it.
Yeah, I like creating new flavors. And then I really enjoy decorating, right? Specifically, if someone wants like a lot of different types of desserts and they're like, oh, this is my theme, this is my color scheme, just make it great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because you have the free range.
And I'm gonna go here and you're gonna get more than if you like I quoted you for a specific stuff, because now I feel like, okay, they gave me free range. I gotta make sure they impress. I really enjoy that.
Look at you, you just light up. You talk about it, just light up. So
I enjoy it.
I'm seeing you right now, music playing, and you in the bakery just going off.
Listen, yes, I love it.
And then Cameron is involved, like you have him help you too with certain things.
Yeah, so now what Cameron does in the bakery, he's mostly like the front person. So he will check people out. He does the register. He greets them. He packs their order. He's handling the Uber Eats.
Like that's what's up.
Cameron's doing the things. Like if Jermaine has to run out for a delivery, Cameron will literally be in the front by himself, and I'll be in the back.
Oh, that's what's up. No, that's awesome. And you know what, too? That's legacy. It's part of it. Like even
it's legacy. And he says, like, if you ask him now, what do you want to do, young girl? He'd be like, I guess I'm gonna take over the bakery. I was like, you can, but you don't have to. There's so many other things that you can do. But I feel like just the skill of knowing how to interact with people.
Yes, that's huge.
Especially
for their age.
Knowing how to interact. Like, how do you greet people? How do you engage them? And he's even learning, like, how do I upsell them? Like,
I can see it.
So
look, you hiring? No, that's so good. That's such a good life skill, right? Dealing with the money, dealing with the people socially, being able to package and all of that stuff. Like, I can't wait for them to get a job. I'm like, y'all gonna be working just so y'all can get that. You know what I mean? And stuff. So that's good. And then he's under the business too. So that works. It
works out beautifully.
I love that. And then the cakes, though, the birthday cakes, the wedding cake, so beautiful. Like,
thank you.
So do you know how to draw? Like,
I actually do. Like, I never was like professional or went to art school or anything for drawing, but it was just something I always did when I was a kid. Like, if you went in my room when I was a kid, I had drawings like on my wall, stuff that I just drew, and I just enjoyed it. So I think I've always had like an artistic side to me. When I went to college, I kind of like put that little artistic side in a box because I was like, well, when I graduate, I need a job. I need a secure career path. So I was doing finance and accounting. I focused on that. I know, like, so opposite.
I know. So I struggled with accounting. So every time you say it, I get a little in college. I'm like, accounting 1 and 2, not my thing.
You know what's funny? I was good at it.
Yeah.
I was really good at it. And, I had a career. I was moving up. I just wasn't happy.
Yeah.
I was like, do I really want to do this? No. You know how every morning you'd be like, dang, maybe something will happen on the train today, so I'll be like,
right.
You won't have to think about that when you go into work.
So how long were you in accounting?
Let's see, like 12 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I was doing that for like 12 years from the time I graduated, and I didn't quit my job until like 2 years after the bakery was open.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you was doing both?
I was doing both. That was chaos.
That gotta be.
And I had a newborn baby because we signed a lease when I was 9 months pregnant.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Girl, it was a very crazy time.
So what made, so you had your accounting job, and what made you start dibbling in baking and things like that?
It started just like as a hobby. I was just making stuff because I like dessert and I like to bake. I was just making stuff, and I would just send it with my parents. I like gave Jermaine some. He was like, oh, this is great. This is when we were first dating. So I would send it to his mom. She would take it to work. And then honestly, our parents' coworkers started it. They were like, oh, ask your daughter if she can make me one of those, whatever it was. You ask your daughter-in-law if she can make this. So I started just making like basic cakes. Then we started making sweet potato pies, and that blew up. So we would just do that every Thanksgiving. We would have like a couple days stretch where we were like in my mom's kitchen going ham on these cakes and pies.
Wow.
Then I think around the time these TV shows started popping up, around the same time where everyone's making these crazy decorative cakes. And someone asked me if I could make something. I was like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, girl, I can make it. And I'm like on YouTube, like, how do I?
That's a bar right there though, because you say yes and then you go and figure it out instead of saying no and never taking that chance.
I say yes and I figured it out. And she liked it. At the time, I liked it. I look back, I'm like, woo, child.
I was just about to ask, do you have pictures of your first cakes?
You know how Facebook will pop up the then and now?
Yes.
I'll be like, oh my God, get that out of here. But you know, we all start from somewhere.
Yes, 100%.
But yeah, I just started doing it. And the more I did it, the more people asked for it. And then, like I said, I was a creative person. And I just kind of started to tap into it and get better at it. And the more you do something, you get good at it. Mm-hmm. And after a while, I was like, wait a minute. These are starting to look official. Like, this is getting really good.
Yes.
And it just grew.
That's what's up.
And it grew to the point where we were living, we had 3 bedrooms. And one of the bedrooms was the baking room.
Wow.
It was crazy in there. And my husband was like, you know what? I feel like we need to open a real store. He was like, this is out of control. Yeah. Like, it's taking over the house.
What's the fear behind that? What was the fear, the thoughts that you behind opening?
Oh, there was a lot of fear because I was like, well, first of all, you got money? Like, where's all this money coming from? Where are we going to open this bakery? And how do we know it's going to work? Like, all the questions. And you met Jermaine. Jermaine, he's the type of man, like, when he gets laser focused on something, he is going to make it happen.
Yes.
No matter what he has to do is going to happen.
Yeah.
So he had like a real catalyst event when I told you I was 9 months pregnant. He got fired from his job. And he was like, how could they do that? Like, he was so upset. And then he was like, no, we opening this bakery because nobody's going to be in control of my finances like that anymore.
Wow.
And then
that's dope.
That was that.
Yeah.
And then we took off.
It's a belief thing though. He had the belief, you know, like just to be like, we're gonna do it. It's gotta work or it's gotta work.
Right, exactly.
That's how I feel it also. It's gotta work or it's gotta work.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. We always say there's no plan B. We got plan A. And we're gonna make plan A work.
And that's it. It's gotta work or it's gotta work. So that's dope. And then now you said 12 years?
Yeah, the actual bakery's been open 12 years. I always remember because I had my son, and a couple months later, we opened the doors.
So that's great. That's awesome. Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah,
I love your story.
Thank you.
I think that like there's so much more to it, but that winning the Food Network, that was a milestone.
It definitely was.
Coffee shop and stuff in works coming.
It's coming. It is definitely coming.
That's dope. That's gonna be great. And then a nice location. And I could see like a couple of.
You know, that's really the long-term goal. We're like, we need to try it out in a place that has the ability for us to really grow it. So, you know, we need like to be in a place that has more customers, just foot traffic. Yeah. And then once we perfect that, then we can duplicate it, right? Once you have the formula.
You got the blueprint and the formula, you can duplicate it, And I'll be a franchise owner. Let me get one. Sydney seats out in Long Island.
Listen.
No, that's awesome. All right. So there's these cards. They're the Epic Method cards. And so I want you to pick one. Each color represents a different phase of the Epic Method, which is embodiment, power, implementation, and commit and celebrate. So it'll be at the top corner. So you pick one, and then we'll just dive into it before we wrap it up.
All right. I'm going to go with a green one.
Like this.
This one says embody. What word describes your current season of life? It's an energy check. It's funny that the last time I saw you, this question came up. I was supposed to be thinking about this. And I would say my current season, I feel like I'm preparing for a reset. It's like
as soon as you read that, I was like, wait a minute, look, it's coming up again. Yes.
It's a reset. Like with the bakery, like I'm saying, we want to do something bigger and grander, and it's going to be a stretch. So we really have to prepare for that reset. Like we are about to do something that we've never done to that scale before. And so I'm getting ready for that. And then it's like a lot of other things in our life. Like, for instance, we just bought a house. Like we had this like big goal. Thank you. Big goal. We're trying to get this house. Now we have it. And now it's like, okay, well, now we need to kind of reset how we go about our financial situation. We have to adjust for this new bill that we have, right? So that's a reset. even like me personally, like with my fitness and weight loss journey, I had the goal for so long, and then I lost a lot of weight, and now I'm kind of like, now it's kind of wobbling, but
lock back in.
Yeah, and it's like I need to reset and like really decide what I want to do to maintain long term. So I feel like I'm in the season of reset.
I love that, and what I love about it too is I think I love that it's now, meaning like usually people reset January, right? Oh, for the beginning of the year, and but to have it now, it create the momentum. Going into the year.
Right. I didn't even think about the fact that it's before January, but you're right.
Yeah. And so I love that. And like for me, I'm thinking like I'm in like flow, right? And I'm like flow, silence, and surrender. And so every beginning of the year, I start with a phrase, a word, or something that I use throughout the whole year. And a couple of weeks ago, when I was in Grenada, it came to me, my phrase was flow and silence. And silence in a way of just because I'm the type that I speak things and I talk about it as soon as I feel it or whatever. And it's like be slow to speak, slow to respond, slow to, you know
like
what I'm
sit
saying?
with your thoughts for a bit.
Yeah, and just really like just tap into God and let God just have that conversation with them. That's both a challenge for me.
Right.
Flow and silence, God. Like really? I'm the type that gotta make it happen.
Right.
And then I talk about everything. I talk for a living. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
I'm like, okay, he's really challenging me. I'm up for the challenge, but the flow feels good, right? But in really embracing that, it feels good, and I'm giving myself that grace. God's timing is greater. God's timing is divine. You pushing it and trying to do, and he's telling you to be slow. You're just gonna delay what he has for you, and so
you might just miss it because you're moving so fast.
Exactly. And so I'm like, all right, I'm in flow. So what I do now, and I just started this, is at the angel hours, my alarm goes off, and there is an affirmation on there to remind me. So 4:44, 11:11, 12:22, those times the alarm goes off just to remind me to stay in my flow, to stay with my silence. And it's a manifestation tool because it's constantly on the top of my mind. So
no, I love that.
Yeah, I feel like it's getting to the point where it's like I'm pursuing it, the flow, you know?
That's excellent. Like just the idea of setting yourselves reminders for like the type of person that you want to be, right? And we set reminders for all the stuff we want to do, but who do we want to be? Like, how do we want to move through the world?
That's good.
And giving yourself reminders for that, I like that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I'm like, this feels really good. It's just to keep it on your forefront, you know? So yeah. So that's where I'm at too. That's so funny that I came back up. Out of all those cards. So it's a reminder, right?
I feel like my reset is, I got to be ready. Something's about to happen.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. You got to be ready for it. Reset. I love it. I'm just so excited for what's to come. And I'm going to close with this. Being in a room with dope women doing amazing things is, for me, so filling. It just makes me feel like, okay, God, I see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own path. We're all doing different things. But to come together and have the web, like, of people that knew each other, that didn't know each other, that was in the room.
Listen, yes.
For me, it was just a glimpse of the greater purpose, like what's happening. Because everything you need is in the circle.
Right. And we're more connected than not. Right?
Yeah, for sure. And so I'm excited for what's to come and just more of that fellowship or more of that. Because that was so good. We had such a good time.
It was great.
Yeah. So, and I finally got you sitting there. And I was chasing you.
We're supposed to be there together.
Yes.
And just lock it in.
Lock it in. When we get in the community and we in the circle, we locked it in.
Exactly.
So thank you so much for taking the time.
Of course. I really enjoyed speaking with you, as I always do.
Yes.
So thanks for having me.
Yes. So before we end, Sydney, tell us all, look right to the camera and tell them where they can find you. You told us where the store is. Tell us again, and on social media.
All right, everybody. So Sydney Sweets, we are located in West Hempstead, Long Island. So 465 Hempstead Avenue in West Hempstead. You can find us online, sydneysweets.com. There you'll see the links to all of our social media. On Instagram, we are Sydneys_Sweets. Facebook's just Sydney Sweets. And also on our Instagram page, you can click on our online store. We do nationwide shipping. So Sydney Sweets can come to you wherever you are.
Awesome. And what's your top flavor right now?
The top flavors right now, so for our cakes, top flavors, we have the 3 big hitters. We do a banana pudding cake, a sweet potato swirl cake, and a strawberry crunch cheesecake. People can't get enough of it.
That sounds so good. All 3 of them. All right, so I want to thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, please like it, subscribe, share it with at least one friend. Let them know that we're over here having a good time. I want you to be well, have the most amazing week. Until next episode. Thank you, girl.
Awesome.
That was good. See?
Yeah.